Hello and welcome to South Simcoe Theatre's Foreplay series. This online production is one of four, and I know you're going to love them all. Although a little different from the past 10 years of attending these verbal creations at South Simcoe Theatre's home, the Cookstown Town Hall, this temporary format will bring you the same product that you've loved and expected from SST. Would you please consider making a donation to this theater company? It's an Innisfil jewel that has been going for 55 years strong. You can go to their Facebook page or the South Simcoe Theatre website to get the link to donate. These dedicated theatrical stalwarts have a strong backbone and an even stronger volunteer base that is looking forward to returning to treading the boards and doing what they do best, entertaining us. I'm Innisfil's Mayor, Lynn Dolan, and I want to personally thank you, the patron, for the decades of support you have shown physically and financially to South Simcoe Theatre. It is supporters like you that absolutely keep this group and many others alive and well. And for that, I am truly grateful. Enjoy the show.
Hello, and thank you for joining us virtually for this year's Foreplay, a showcase of play readings. Our play reading festival last June of 2020 would have been our 13th year. But lucky 13. Sadly, it had to be postponed due to COVID-19. But after much discussion, research, and planning, the decision was made to bring it to you online, one Friday a month, February through May. Each year, Foreplay Committee receives so many scripts that are submitted for consideration, some from established playwrights, others from playwrights just starting out. From these submissions, the committee selects those that will be chosen and presented. A staged play reading has no significant sets and costumes, but relies solely on the actors to portray the playwright's written words. So, Foreplay is a great choice for this virtual format. The audience has the experience of enjoying works that are not normally part of an SST season. Foreplay also gives opportunities for unpublished playwrights to hear their works read, for aspiring directors to tackle directing, and for actors, new or experienced, to perform, which is something we've all been missing. We'd like to thank our sponsors for making this year possible, and they are Canada-wide Reinforcing Steel, Mad Hatter, Laceby Real Estate, Hambly Insurance, Cookstown Antique Market, Cookstown Chiropractic, Apex Plumbing and Drains, the Town of Innisfil, Cookstown Pharmasave, Red Oak Digital Print and Copy, and the Cookstown Pub. During tonight's show, there will be an opportunity to ask questions of the playwright in the chat on the side of the screen. Within the next few days, there will be a separate recording with Nancy and the playwright. Check back here for the Q&A portion of this evening's performance. Please check our website, Facebook page, or below this video for our upcoming play readings in May, and join us back here on this YouTube channel. This event will be a fundraiser for South Simcoe Theatre, so any amount you can contribute to keep our beloved theatre afloat during this trying time will be much appreciated. Just click the link below to donate. It is important to include your middle initial if you want an income tax receipt, and please submit an email address to which you want it sent. And for a bit of fun, we'd love it if you take a picture of yourself watching the show and post it on Facebook and Instagram with the hashtag #SSTWatchParty. Thank you so much again for joining us this evening for Mourning, Belle by Nathan Heydon. Now please sit back and enjoy the show. Act 1, Scene 1. The living room / kitchen of a cramped apartment. Cooking implements and ingredients are strewn about haphazardly on the counters, children's toys on the floor. A thin layer of smoke caresses the ceiling. Pete is delicately closing an adjacent bedroom door. Olivia enters through the front door of the apartment.
I'm home!
Shh, not so loud.
Oh, sorry, let me guess. Isabel?
Yeah, I just got her to go back down for the third time.
They never said twins would be easy.
Aren't you a little early?
What? Wait, is something burning?
What?
It's smoky in here.
Oh, well...
Oh my God, the apartment is on fire.
No, I'm cooking.
What?
Dinner. I'm cooking dinner. How was your day?
You're cooking. You?
Yes.
What are you cooking?
Scalloped potatoes.
I think they're done.
No, don't worry about it. How was your day?
The oven's on.
Yeah, that's the cooking.
There's smoke.
It's steam.
You didn't even set a timer, Peter.
No, but...
How are you supposed to know when to turn it off?
I know when I put it in.
And when was that?
375.
Oh my God.
It might be ready to come out now.
Oh, come on. What if Belle didn't go down when she did? What if I didn't get sent? Ugh.
Well,
I can't even look at you right now. Just.
So how was your day? Is Kevin giving you a hard time?
No idea who thought putting that man in a position of authority was a good idea. These are burnt.
Well, they're a little overdone.
Is this all you were cooking? Is this a side or is this it?
Well, you like potatoes.
I do like potatoes. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I don't like these potatoes.
I could peel some more.
We don't need to eat potatoes on account of me. Was that the last frozen pizza yesterday?
I just wanted tonight to be special.
What? Why? Why is that?
It's your first day back at work.
With the day I had, I'm not sure we should be celebrating.
Is that why you're home early?
Kevin sent me home, said I could use a refresher course.
I think you're fresh enough.
I love you, Peter.
I love you too.
I actually am hungry, though.
I ate a lot of the skins while I was peeling.
Is it all right if I just have a bagel then?
You should have 3 bagels.
I can't eat 3 bagels.
But you're providing for 3 of us.
And myself, I hope. Anyway, 1 bagel is plenty. This was kind of like your first day at work too, though, huh? How was it? How were the girls?
It was good. They were good.
Did you like it?
I mean, it was a day.
Did you go anywhere?
No, we We pretty much just hung around here.
Oh, you should get out tomorrow. Fresh air. Go for a walk.
I don't like walks. You just end up where you started.
How's the milk supply?
It's,
I'll pump some more later. After I get this bagel in me.
Kevin should be fired.
What?
He's clearly not suited for his position.
No, I was just venting, Peter. He's my boss. You're not supposed to like your boss. And he's right. I was a mess out there. But why are we talking about Kevin on this special day?
It gets worse.
Oh, Peter.
My mother called.
Your mother? Your mother, Marilyn?
Yeah, that one.
She called you. Well, what happened?
She said hello.
Classic opener.
She wanted to reconnect, and she regretted our time apart. She had a lot of words. I don't remember all of them.
Well, let me remind you that we're perfectly happy without her, aren't we?
Yeah. You're a better mother than she ever was.
Peter.
She's a grandmother now, though. You're no grandma.
Peter, I don't, that's...
Similar to our children, Livy.
My mom is still kicking around, too, you know.
Our children deserve a grandmother.
Well, they have two, Peter. One of them lives 3 hours away, and the other one lives in a mental institution.
She's out.
What?
She's back home now.
How is she out?
She says she's all better.
Okay, let's just take a moment here.
Are you all right?
I'm fine. I'm just tired. The two of them kept me up all last night, mostly Belle, of course. Kat should give her some pointers.
Do you want me to finish cooking your bagel for you?
I think the cooking part is over, but that sounds wonderful.
I've got it under control.
I thank you very much.
Here, why don't you lie down for a little while?
That's a good idea.
You get some rest, and I'll get this bagel figured out.
Thank you.
I love you, Livy.
I love you too, Peter. Hi, you've reached Olivia. Please leave a message after the tone. Beep.
Hey, it's Kevin. I just wanted to say I heard the news, and everybody here is well, I'm so sorry, Olivia. I can't imagine what. Look, obviously you're going to need some time to deal with what's happening. I just want you to know that you can take all the time you need, and when you're ready, whenever you're whenever you want to come back, we'll be right here. If you need to talk before then, I'm I'm here too. If you want to talk, okay? Call me, will you? When you're ready.
One year later, the sprawled living room of a rustic country bungalow, Grandma Marilyn's house. In all aspects, it seems unchanged since before the fall of the Berlin Wall. Pete adorns the couch, attempting to make time flow faster. A knock at the door sees Pete spring to life to answer it. It's Olivia, carrying a large duffel bag.
Hey, where's Kat?
Hello, Pete.
He in the bag, or?
Catherine is in the car, sleeping.
Oh, well, should I go get her, or?
No, Pete, it's fine. Kevin will bring her.
Oh, how's he doing?
Kevin? He's good.
How's the science?
It's good, too.
He still does science, right?
Yes, Pete.
Is he still your boss?
So, you're living with your mother now?
Yeah, well, when after you left, that place was way too big for just me. Plus, I didn't have any money, and I'm a lot closer this way, so...
This doesn't change anything, you know.
After you moved, I hardly got to see her, and...
You really shouldn't have.
It cuts down on travel time.
Peter! Is company here?
Just Olivia, Mom.
Just Olivia. Peter, where are your manners?
I should see how Kevin is doing.
Now, just a minute. Peter, introductions?
Olivia, this is my birth mother, Marilyn.
Let's just say mother, Peter. Charmed.
It's nice to finally meet you.
Well, no doubt you've heard so much.
Well, that was all a long time ago.
And Mom, this is Olivia.
Yes, Peter, thank you.
Whoa.
Ex-wife.
And the mother of my children.
Child.
Speaking of whom, Where is the little munchkin?
She's asleep. Kevin's just...
Oh, and my, you've got another one on the way too, don't you?
What?
Just quite a bit far along too, huh?
You could say that.
You're pregnant?
Yes.
Again?
Yes.
Am I the father?
Of course not. Kevin's the father.
Well, congratulations on that.
But how?
Surely you have some idea how these things go, Kevin.
Look, I don't need to take up any more of your time.
No, not at all. Let me get some glasses. We can toast to your impending champagne all around. Oh, what am I thinking? Champagne for some and grapefruit juice for others.
Is she okay?
Yeah. What do you mean?
I mean, is this normal for her? Is this how you remember her being?
I think this is better, actually.
Oh, well, I guess that's something.
If I had known I wasn't going to be drinking by myself, well, I suppose it doesn't change anything.
Kevin enters carrying Kat, who's asleep.
Hey, sorry, those buckles are impossible.
Oh, the father! Congratulations.
What? Okay, yeah. Hi, Kevin.
Yes, I'm charmed. Sweet little thing.
Yeah, where should I,
Oh, the door on the right. Her bed's all made up.
Right.
Used to be Peter's room, actually, when he was a baby.
Mom says I have to sleep on the couch.
You just don't fit in your old bed anymore, I'm afraid. Now, drinks!
I think I'll wait in the car. It was nice meeting you.
Oh, no, you mustn't.
Well, transfer complete. You should probably stack some pillows beside the bed, though, in case she falls out.
Yes, thank you. Peter, pull out those cushions, would you?
Well, those are my cushions.
We must get a proper crib. I know children were more durable in the old days.
Oh, no, you shouldn't bother. You just, one last time. It's not really worth it.
Kevin?
What? You haven't told him?
You told me what?
No, I haven't.
Haven't what?
Well, are you going to?
Yeah, are you going to?
We're petitioning for full custody.
Full.
Oh, my.
Well, that means that I've hardly seen her for a year now. Why would you? She's my daughter.
Kevin, I didn't want to do this right now.
I'm her father. How could you do this?
Hey, watch it.
You can't just take her away from me.
It's not about you, Pete. It's about what's best for Catherine.
What's best? I'm her father.
Well, she hardly even knows you.
It's not my fault.
You really want to talk about fault after what you did? Look, the court date is next month. You'll get your summons and make your case if you have one. Then it's up to the judge. But honestly, with what's already happened, it's pretty cut and dried.
I'm sorry, Peter.
Livy.
Come on, let's go.
I didn't choose this.
Ma'am, you have a lovely home.
Livy.
Look, enjoy your weekend and try to keep her in one piece.
I'm so sorry, Peter.
I don't believe this.
Life often takes us places we did not expect to go.
I know what this is. This is her way of getting back at me for what happened to Belle.
Peter, losing Isabel was tragic for both of you.
Yeah, but everyone blamed me.
It was an accident.
Try telling them that. No, I'm going to fight this.
You can't keep her, Peter.
Well, you don't know that. The judge could throw out the case.
That's absurd.
They'll say that Kat needs her father and they'll let her stay.
You really think that?
Yes.
Well, you're wrong.
What?
You've already got the matter of Isabel weighing against you, and add to it the fact that you're unemployed and living with your mother, who has spent the majority of the past 2 decades in a mental institution. And I'd say your chances of retaining partial custody are slim at best.
But it's not fair.
And even if the judge doesn't do it for her, then Olivia will just move again and again. They have money, Peter. They work for the second largest advanced technologies corporation in the country. They can even keep Cat out of reach and you won't be able to catch up.
Whoa.
They're going to cut you out of her life without a second thought, and nothing you say or do will convince them otherwise. Now, are you ready to stop feeling sorry for yourself and start being a parent again? One last time?
Why bother? I don't feel anything. I'm full of holes.
Peter!
She's going to grow up without her father just like I did. She won't remember me.
You don't remember your father?
Not really, no.
The hikes together?
No, just what you used to tell me about him.
What did I tell you?
He left us, that he was a bad man and he hurt me. I would never hurt Cat.
Of course you wouldn't.
Then why do I have to leave?
Your father, the things that I said, I was in a different state of mind then. The truth is, he left, yes, but he wasn't a bad man and he didn't hurt you, not on purpose.
What do you mean?
Your father was a scientist, Peter, an inventor. He was responsible for many brilliant creations, but his most important creation was you. He only wanted what's best for you.
Why did he leave?
Well, it wasn't by choice, I'll tell you that much, but sometimes being apart can turn out to be the thing that's best for people. We've been apart all this time, and that was better than me smothering you with a pillow while in a fugue state, wasn't it?
What's the difference? If I lose Cat too, I might as well be dead.
If you had died, then she never would have lived. Don't you see, Peter? She's a miracle. All of life is when you think about it. But not everyone's meant to play a part the whole way through. Stop thinking about what you want and ask yourself, honestly, are you what's best for her?
I don't know, but I want to be able to find out.
There are consequences to that.
Then I won't fail. I can't fail. She's the only thing I have left. And if she's gone, I'll have nothing. I'll be nothing.
All right, let's not get too melodramatic. I'll help you, Peter.
Thank you. Do you know any good lawyers?
I have something much better than that.
But the court date, it's next month. If we don't have time to...
You won't have to set foot in a courtroom, Peter.
I don't understand.
Your father left something behind that should be able to help us.
He did?
I'm afraid it may raise more questions than provide answers, but let me put it this way. Do you want to remain a part of Catherine's life?
Yes.
And would you be willing to do anything to make that a reality?
Yes.
Then I have something to show you.
Hey, this is Pete. Leave a message. Beep.
Hey, it's me. You weren't at the hearing. Well, the judge ruled in our favor, obviously. I don't know whether I should be thankful or outraged. I don't understand you, Pete. Why didn't you fight for it? Why did you spend all this time trying to keep your weekends with her, moving all the way up here, and then when it mattered, nothing? Why? I can't even feel happy about this. I'm just so ashamed. Kevin's ecstatic, of course. Why did I even listen to him? Okay, well, I guess this is it. Cat's gonna miss you. Damn it. I'm sorry. I hate pregnancy. I have to go now. Just delete this, okay? Is there a button I can press to just make this go away? Where does this?
Scene 3, Marilyn's living room, which is now covered in children's toys and assorted accessories. The couch is without its cushions. Marilyn sits in an easy chair, writing in a spiral-bound blue leather notebook. Pete enters from the bedroom on the right, looking exhausted.
How is she now?
She won't keep her clothes on. She keeps asking for Olivia.
What did you tell her?
Same as always. Well, you told me to tell her that Mommy loves her, but that she'll be staying with Daddy and Grandma a little while longer.
That didn't satisfy her?
Well, we'll see if she stays down this time. What are you writing?
Oh, just some notes. A diary of sorts.
Are you sure the other cat's going to be okay?
Yes, Peter, the real cat is with her mother, and life proceeds as if nothing unusual has happened. The only one who has to make adjustments is our duplicate.
Copycat.
What?
I'm starting to like copycat.
A duplicate, copycat, whatever.
Copycat is better.
Fine. Copycat is having difficulty coping with her new circumstance. She just needs a little more time.
I feel kind of sorry for her.
And as sorry as you'd feel if she were gone?
No.
Well, then make it work.
What if this was a bad idea? It's been a month already. She's hardly eating. She won't play with any of these new toys. What if she never gets over it?
She's not even 2 years old. She'll forget all of this eventually.
But if she doesn't, is there a way to make it go away?
By it, do you mean your daughter?
I mean the copy of my daughter. Yeah, we can't just drop her off at Olivia's house and pretend nothing ever happened. So if we had to, is there a way to take it all back? An undo button?
None that you'd be advised to press.
What?
She's here for the rest of your life, Peter. This is what you wanted. You're going to prove that you can be a good parent, remember?
I remember.
Well, you can start anytime you like.
I just think that maybe we rushed into this too fast.
Did you have these same doubts when she was born, Peter?
Wow, that was different. I had Olivia.
Which meant you didn't have to take full responsibility for a life that you created, but now you do, and it terrifies you.
It would be nice if she were here too, yes, but we can't exactly be together for tea, not without explaining how we have 2 daughters again. Not yet, anyway.
Oh, I see what it is. You want her back.
What? No.
The good father act. That's just so that you can win back Olivia, isn't it?
I want things to be the way they were.
I'm afraid your father didn't invent a machine that can do that, Peter. Everything is always changing. Change with it or be left behind. You can start by taking ownership of your actions.
You're the one who did this.
I gave you a choice.
Well, I wish I hadn't made it.
You managed to go from ecstasy to suicidal and back again in about the span of an hour that day, so forgive me if I don't take any of your current moods too seriously.
Are you writing about me?
Why did you want to be a father in the first place? Peter, did you ever really want it?
Olivia wanted kids. I wanted Olivia to be happy. I thought, this is one thing I can do, one thing I can't screw up.
You didn't answer my question.
You didn't answer mine.
I'm writing about your father's experiment.
About the device?
Yes, that one. I'm just trying to make sense of things, I suppose.
I still can't believe it's possible to just make a copy of a person.
Your father was a brilliant man.
You always said he was a bum.
Well, no doubt I was angry at him for leaving without a trace, but with the benefit of time, I cannot deny his genius.
What happened to him?
After he left, I can't say.
Do you think he's still alive?
He was always very resourceful, it's possible.
Do you think that if he was around when I was a kid,
that you would have turned out differently? You're more like him than you know, Peter.
I wonder if I'll ever see him again.
I'm sure he'd like that very much. At this hour?
Oh, if that woke up copycat.
See who it is, and I'll check on her.
Marilyn exits into the bedroom on the right. Pete opens the front door. It's
Olivia.
Is your phone broken?
Oh, I can't find it. What are you doing here?
I'm having the baby.
What? Here?
No, not here, at the hospital.
This isn't a hospital. You dropped your bag.
It's Kat's. You're watching her.
I am?
I don't know exactly how dilated I am right now, but I am too dilated for all these questions. Listen to your messages.
I tried to get Mom to call my phone. I don't know if the battery ran out or if it's just on vibrate. I can't find my charger either. Mom says she won't let me use hers. It's got to be here somewhere, she says.
Oh, I didn't hear any of that, but I'll assume it was childish and asinine.
You're a little cranky.
I'm in labor! Now, if Kevin could just learn how to unbuckle a childproof latch, we could get this show on the road.
Kevin's here?
Yes, Peter, I am warning you.
Isn't it a little early for you to be going into labor?
Oh, don't worry. My OBGYN is going to get an earful.
Is it going to be okay?
6 months is hardly ideal, but it's going to be fine. I will strangle you.
Kevin enters carrying a sleeping cat and another duffel bag, which he drops beside the others.
There's something wrong with those buckles.
No comment.
On the right, right?
No, not that one. On the left.
Isn't the crib over there? Sorry, bed?
No, we redecorated. That's Mom's room now.
What's with all these toys? I feel like I'm going to step on something.
I get bored easily.
And do I hear a lullaby? Is that a mobile or something?
It helps Mom sleep.
No, okay, I'm not even going to ask.
You have no idea what it took to convince him to go along with this. I'm sorry things ended up this way. I know this is awkward.
Yeah.
Ever since we moved up here, I really had no one else to turn to. Thank you, Peter, for being here.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Hopefully this is just for the night. My parents are flying in from Baltimore. Kevin can pick her back up in the morning.
Okay.
Okay, that isn't even a bedroom. There's no bed. I had to leave her on the floor.
Floor's fine. Let's go.
Are you serious?
I'm sorry, sweetie. Mommy's still under control. It's the fetus talking. The fetus has decided to claw its way out of me. Let's go.
I'll wake up Mom and get Cat settled somewhere.
There, happy?
All right. Let's go.
Bye.
Find your phone.
You take care of her.
You too. Oh my God.
What's happening?
Cat is here.
Are they gone?
Yes. What's Copycat doing?
She won't sleep. She's lamenting to her stuffed animals.
What are we going to do? There's 2 of them.
And there's 2 of us. Settle down.
God, they almost saw her.
But they didn't. It's okay. We're okay.
It's bad. 2 of them. They can't see each other.
I know. We'll handle it.
Oh, would the universe collapse on itself?
No, don't be ridiculous.
We have to push the button.
We will do no such thing.
No, it's over. This is it. There's no way out.
Peter, you need to get a grip. We'll get through this. How long did they say they'll be gone?
Until tomorrow.
See? It's nothing. She'll be out of here before you know it. Oh, good Lord. How many bags does this girl have?
But how are we going to keep them apart?
Unseen by Peter Marilyn, Copycat opens the door to her room and sneaks into Cat's.
Well, they should both sleep until morning, and then I can get up early and take Copycat out of the house and leave you and Cat alone until she gets picked up.
No, she'll know something's wrong. She'll ask why you aren't here, and I'm going to cave under the pressure. I can't lie to her.
You're beginning to dangerously overestimate the mental faculties of a 20-month-old, Peter. And you just feed her and put toys in her hands. It's not rocket science.
If you say so.
Good. Now let's,
Marilyn sees the open bedroom doors.
Oh, shit.
Hey, this is Pete. Leave a message. Beep.
Hey, it's me. Well, you can tell Kat that she has a new baby sister. Oh my God, Peter, she's so tiny. She's in the NICU for now. The doctor's a little anxious. They say she should be fine. Oh, thank you so much for watching Kat like this. I know it can't be easy for you, and that's my fault. Look, after things settle down with the baby, we should talk. The baby. Yeah, I haven't even named her yet. They put that much fear in me. Oh, Peter. Oh, I think I'm coming down. Okay, we'll talk later. Take care. Tell Kat Mommy loves her. Bye.
Hey, this is Pete. Leave a message. Beep.
Hey, it's me. Thanks again for watching Kat on short notice like that. I hope Kevin didn't give you any trouble when he picked her up. Anyway, she's glad to be back. Actually, she's acting like she hasn't seen me in weeks. Kids. Okay, well, thanks again. Talk to you later. Bye.
Hey, this is Pete. Leave a message. Beep.
Hey, did anything weird happen while Kat was with you? She's just been saying some strange things repeatedly. I'm trying to chalk it up to being a, big sisterhood, but not being the center of attention anymore. But I don't know. Call me.
Hey, this is Pete. Leave a message. Beep.
Okay, Pete, I need to talk to you. Seriously, Kat won't stop going on about that other girl at Grandma's house, the one that looks just like her. I feel like either she's going crazy or I am. Can you tell me anything? I'm in the dark here. What's going on with our child? Do you know? Call me.
Hey, this is Pete. Leave a message. Beep.
Why do you even have a phone if you don't use it?
Beep.
Scene 4. Marilyn's living room, unchanged. Pete is gingerly closing the door to the bedroom on the right when a knock on the front door startles him. He hurries to open it and in enters...
What the hell did you do to my daughter?
Olivia?
You heard me. What did you do to Kat?
Do? I didn't do anything to her. What are you talking about?
I leave her with you for one night, and she comes back a completely different person. Explain that.
I don't know. Just calm down. Come inside.
I will not come down until you tell me what the hell is going on.
Shh, not so loud. You're awake, Mom.
I don't care who I wake up, Peter. I want some answers.
Okay, let's just be quieter.
What happened? What is going on?
Nothing. Nothing's going on. I don't understand. Shouldn't you still be in the hospital?
Oh, you sound like the parking lot attendant. Yes, I just delivered a premature baby, but something happened to my little girl, and no one will tell me what.
You left the baby all alone?
She's in the NICU. My parents are taking shifts with her. Thank you very much. Don't try to guilt me here, Pete. And stop changing the subject. What happened to Kat?
Nothing happened. I don't get it. You dropped her off. We had fun. She went home.
You're a terrible liar, Pete. But you also never know when to give up. Where's your mother?
I told you. She's sleeping.
Okay, wake her up.
What?
Wake her up. I want her to tell me what the hell happened here.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Bedroom on the right. That's her room, yeah? You said she was sleeping in there last time.
You can't go in there, Livy.
The hell I can't.
She's not in there. She's not here.
Then where is she?
I don't know. She just disappeared right before Kevin packed Kat back up again.
What's going on, Pete?
This wasn't supposed to happen.
What?
I don't know how I got them mixed up.
Tell me.
What have I done?
If you care about me or your daughter at all, you will tell me what happened.
I do care about you.
I know you do.
And Kat. Oh, God.
Peter!
We duplicated her.
What?
Copied her.
Okay, what does that mean?
After you dropped Kat off the first time, when you said you were trying for full custody, when I thought I was never going to see her again, we made a copy of her.
What are you talking about?
We sent the real Kat back to you and kept copycat here.
Copycat?
Oh, if you insist, duplicate.
Peter, can you start making sense?
When you dropped her off again, when you were having the baby, they saw each other and they started playing.
My God, you're serious.
They both got naked right away. I couldn't tell them apart.
Wait, what?
You know how she's always doing that. Both of her, I guess. I sent one of them back with Kevin in the morning, and he was here so early. I didn't have time to figure out who was who. They just slept the whole time. That girl is never awake. Girls. Anyway, I guess I gave him the wrong one. I was hoping you wouldn't be able to tell the difference.
Pete, this is insane.
You don't believe me?
Of course I don't believe you.
She's right in there.
Who?
Kat. She's in there, asleep.
Kat is not here, Pete. She's at home with Kevin.
Just look. Will you look?
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Olivia opens the door to the bedroom on the right and sticks her head in. She pulls back and closes the door a moment later, pale.
What the hell is that?
It's Kat.
No, that is not my Catherine. She's not here. She is at home.
That's the copycat. This one is the real Kat.
What?
I know what you were thinking. You weren't supposed to have the copy. I messed up. I'm sorry. We can swap.
That's Kat.
Yes.
And the thing in my house is
Copycat.
meaning.
Well, you like Duplicate better?
No, what is she? A robot?
She's a copy.
What does that mean?
No, we just made another of her.
What made another?
There's a device here that my father built.
What? Oh, okay, I'm tired of playing 20 questions with you, Peter. You're saying that a device that your father built has created a duplicate of our daughter?
Yes.
Where is it?
In the basement.
Show me.
Spotlight on Marilyn, who enters and crosses in the relative darkness of no particular place, writing in her spiral-bound blue leather notebook.
Subject remains in good health. Still no adverse reaction to the process. At current output levels, the device should sustain the experiment for a sufficient amount of time. As is ever the case, the subject's physical effect upon others is most compelling and worthy of further study.
Scene 5, the basement of Marilyn's house, featuring wood paneling, shag carpet, and wall-to-wall instruments and electronics looking straight out of Dr. Frankenstein's lab. Pete and Olivia descend the staircase and enter.
This is it.
Holy shit. This was down here the entire time?
I guess. We never used to come down here when I was a kid. Mom says my dad made it before he left.
And it still works?
Apparently.
All right, well, how do we put them back together?
Put what back together?
The cats, we need to unduplicate them or whatever.
You can't do that.
Excuse me?
I won't let you.
Okay, 1, I have custody of cat, not you. 2, I have custody of the other cat because they're the same person. 3, I was not consulted prior to this. Let's call it a medical procedure, like the time you got her ears pierced one weekend, and I do not consent to you making a duplicate of our daughter.
Technically, Mom made a duplicate of our daughter.
Oh, I'll deal with her later. Don't you worry.
But Livy, please don't take her away from me again.
Pete, I know you love her, but you're not good for her.
What?
You've got no job. You live in the woods with your mother on top of a science experiment. How long is this going to last, Pete? Kat has a chance to grow up in a normal home with 2 parents who love her. You more than most should be able to appreciate that.
Well, we're her parents. We love her.
Your parents are whoever raises you, Pete.
I had a lot of parents then.
Yes. And I know they weren't always the best, not even your biological ones.
Especially them.
So please, let Kat grow up with the good ones.
But I'm going to miss her.
You don't have to be cut out of her life completely, Pete. That whole custody thing, that was just Kevin flexing his muscles.
You mean I can still see her?
She's got a long life ahead of her. I'm sure you can be a part of it.
You promise?
I promise. But you need to learn to take care of yourself first, Pete. This isn't healthy. What are you doing?
What? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we...
What? You thought this was a good moment to try to kiss a married woman?
I felt like we were reconnecting.
Pete, have you been listening to anything I just said?
This is good. This is good. It's like we're parenting together again.
This is not parenting. This is some weird shit, and it has to end right now.
Okay, I screwed up.
That's the first sensible thing you've said all night. Look, we're going to terminate the science experiment, and you and I can talk about this some other time. Now, will you help me with this thing?
Fine.
Good. Well, do you see an off button?
No.
Do you think they both need to be here? God, I don't need to have Kevin finding out about this.
I don't know.
You're a real big help. What about Marilyn? You said she's the one who used this thing.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it can't be that hard then. All right. What about this switch? The glowing one. It's labeled duplicivita. What is that? Latin?
Maybe we should ask Mom.
Wherever she is. We don't have time. Pretty soon, I won't be able to explain away this extended trip to the food court. It's Latin. It's glowing. This is the one.
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm putting things back to normal.
Wait, Libby!
Olivia flicks the switch. The device emits a bright light and a deafening roar. As both subside, Pete and Olivia are left standing exactly.
What just happened?
Why am I over there?
I didn't say that. Why am I saying that?
Why does everything hurt?
What the hell is going on?
I'm all sore down here.
I think that was the wrong switch.
I'm in your body. Why am I in your body?
I don't know. Apparently the device does two things.
It switches people's bodies.
You tell me.
Why does everything hurt?
Because I just had a baby.
It's horrible.
Oh, grow a pair.
How do you live like this?
I'm heavily medicated.
This was a bad idea, Livy.
Of course it was a bad idea. Duplicating our child was a bad idea.
Quit it. You're not supposed to hit a lady.
You are not a lady. You're a stupid man in a lady's body.
What's the difference?
All right, this has been fun and all, but how the hell do we get back?
The switch doesn't work anymore.
Will I ever meet your father?
Was that you?
Shh. No. Somebody's at the door.
Should I get it or should you?
Neither of us should get it.
We might wake Cat.
Oh, God, we don't need that right now.
You should go.
Why me?
Because you're me.
Hello?
Oh, shit.
It's a burglar.
No, worse, it's Kevin.
Hello?
What's he doing here?
We don't know.
Olivia?
He doesn't need to know what's going on here.
That I'm in your body?
Any of it.
What do we do?
Well, it's like you said. You're me.
Oh, no.
Take it away, wife.
Olivia? What are you doing here?
Oh, hey, Kevin.
Your mother said you just snuck out of the hospital while she was in the bathroom. What the hell's going on? And why is there this big computer down here?
She was worried about Cat, Kevin.
Was I talking to you?
Excuse me?
I was worried about Cat. Yeah.
You know how Cat's been acting strange lately?
You stay out of this.
But Pete here explained everything, so now I'm good.
All right, fine. Can we go?
No.
What?
I mean, you can go.
Olivia, look, Cat is in the car. We're leaving. We're not leaving without you.
You brought the Catherine?
You got a problem?
Liv, could I have a moment to discuss things with you privately?
Me? Oh, right. Yes. Kevin, honey, would you give us a moment, please?
Fine. Whatever. I'll go check on Cat.
In the car.
Of course in the car. Where else would she be?
Exactly.
You two are weird.
All right, quick. We need to switch back right now.
I don't know how to do that.
Didn't Marilyn tell you anything about the device?
No.
Did you see anything?
No, she made me stay upstairs when she used it.
So you didn't ask any questions about the device that your estranged former mental patient mother was going to use to create a duplicate of your only child?
You asked a lot of things. She just never answered.
Great.
She was writing notes all the time. She had this book. It was blue.
Would you know where it is?
No.
Oh, come on, Pete. We need something. Quick. Think.
None that you'd be advised to press.
What?
I asked her if there was a button to get rid of Copycat.
And?
She said none that I'd be advised to press.
So is there a button or not?
I don't know.
Either way, sounds ominous.
I know, right? That's why I remembered it.
Wait, you wanted to get rid of Copycat?
I felt bad about it.
Well, then why did you make her in the first place?
I lost Belle. I lost you. I didn't want to lose Cat, too. But now there's two of them again. It should be like nothing ever happened.
What did you say?
When I saw them in the bedroom together. Two of them. It's like Isabel's back, Livy. Things could go back to the way they were. We could all be together again, the four of us.
No. Our little girl is not back. She is dead. Making two Catherines does not bring her back.
It does.
It does not. And it doesn't change the way I feel about you. You've done some weird shit here to make a new life or whatever that is. But Belle's life ended, Peter, and that has consequences. She's gone. She's gone because of you.
No,
You picked her up crying in the middle of the night.
no,
You brought her into bed with us because she wouldn't transfer back to the crib.
it was an accident.
And I'll never forget what you said in the morning. The light was just starting to come in through the blinds. Your face was pressed against the pillow. I just watched you for a while in the silence. Cat was still sleeping. You opened your eyes and you looked around and you said you hadn't slept that well since before the girls were born. And then you rolled over.
No,
And there she was.
you told me to pick her up. You said it was my turn. It was your fault too.
I know.
What?
I'm not going to have these same arguments with you again, Pete. I told you to pick her up. So yes, it was my fault too. It's my fault for burning myself out at work. It's my fault for leaving them with you for one day. My fault for thinking you could be a good parent.
I want to be a good parent. That's all I ever wanted. You won't let me.
You had your chance, Pete.
I'm trying to make it better.
For Kat's sake or for yours?
What?
Is it about you being a good parent or Kat having a good parent? That's the difference here, Pete. Unless you start thinking about someone other than yourself, none of it matters.
Well, she's still out. Okay, so you two are done talking, I guess. Can we go, Olivia? I think Kat really needs to be able to see you when she wakes up.
She always was the better sleeper.
Excuse me?
What is your problem?
Well, for starters, you're here alone with my wife.
Oh, come on, Kevin. Are you really that insecure?
I'm warning you.
He tried to kiss me.
What?
Are you kidding me?
Okay, buddy, you are going to get it.
Whoa. Hold on, Kevin. It's me.
I know it's you, you moron.
It's Olivia.
What the hell does that mean?
It's not Olivia. I'm Olivia.
I'm Olivia. That's Pete. This isn't just some big computer. It's a crazy science experiment that Pete's dad invented. It switched our bodies.
And you just don't know when to shut up.
No. Wait, it's true.
Huh?
I'm Pete. That's Olivia.
Is this a joke?
I wish.
You're Olivia.
In the flesh. Well,
Okay, prove it.
do you want me to kiss you or?
Oh, God, no.
Well, what then?
If you're my wife in there, tell me something only my wife would know.
Will you leave the water running when you brush your teeth?
Well, a lot of people do that.
You had a hamburger for breakfast this morning.
Okay, lucky guess. Okay, I believe you. Olivia?
Hey,
How is this possible? What are you doing in there?
I guess you need to know everything now, huh? All right. Well, Pete made a duplicate of Kat.
You made a what?
A copy.
What, like a doll?
No, not a doll, a living, breathing person.
You're telling me there's two of her now.
Yes.
Well, how the hell did he do that?
With the device.
What, this thing? The one that switches people's bodies?
It
It
does,
does
two
two
things.
things. We were trying to turn it off and get rid of the copycat, but put everything back to normal, and then this happened.
We don't really get it either.
So where is this duplicate?
Copycat.
She's in the car.
What? No, Kat is in the car. I put her there.
That's the duplicate.
Copycat.
Pete got the two of them mixed up the last time we dropped them off, and you ended up with the copy.
Then where's Kat?
She's upstairs in my room.
You know I'm going to have to see this for myself.
Fine. We've got nothing better to do.
Can I really leave you two alone for another minute?
Jesus, Kevin. Yes, just go.
Okay. All right, wait here.
Yeah.
What's up with you two?
It's just the way he's looking at me. At you, I suppose. I'm not used to seeing such contempt.
He doesn't like me very much.
Yeah, but even once he knew it was me, it felt familiar. I used to catch him looking at me like that, a little eye roll here and there, and he'd shrug it off and say it was nothing, but it's the same look now. He really doesn't think that about me buried deep down, somewhere I can't see. Why can't anything be simple, Peter?
I'm simple.
Not anymore, you're not.
Okay, there are 2 cats.
Also, your wife's in a man's body.
So what do we do about this? Can't you switch back?
Tried that, it didn't work.
Can you figure out how it works?
You did all this, and you don't know how it works?
We really weren't expecting it to do 2 things.
Whatever. I don't know what you think I can do about it. I mean, it looks older than I am.
Aren't you a scientist?
Yeah, and War and Peace and Hop and Pop are both books. I studied biology. This is all Tolstoy to me.
Just give it your best shot, Dr.
Okay, fine. Well, first thing, judging by the warning labels over here, I'd say it's nuclear.
What?
Yeah, right here, atomic power core. Like a big radioactive battery.
Is it safe to be down here?
Well, I mean, it looks well protected. Shouldn't be too much worse than your usual background radiation these days. Probably wouldn't want to keep young children around here for more than a few months at a time, though.
That explains a few things.
Hey.
Well, whoa! Well, look at these energy readings. It's not even really doing anything as far as I can see it, but it's putting out enough energy to power an entire country.
Well, that's nuclear for you.
But I don't know why the live load would be so high when it isn't actually executing a function, unless maybe it's a passive channel connection. Yes, and look, there's control inputs for various commands, but they're all one-way toggles, fire and forget. Well, there's no backtracking. It's like it just keeps piling on, you know?
No.
No, think of it as a walkie-talkie versus a telephone. You push a button, you talk, and let go of the button, there's a break. With this, the function is dialed in, and the line stays open. It is working constantly to keep you two in each other's bodies, and to keep the second cat alive. Man, I can think of a few guys at work who would kill to see this.
I'm happy you have a chance to be geeking out about this, but can we reverse the process or not?
But I don't see how you could, unless it's by deactivating the device altogether.
Okay, how do we do that?
We couldn't find an off button.
Well, you can tell there used to be another panel here, but it looks like it's been ripped off. That might have been where your off button was, if there ever was one.
Can't you just yank the cord?
Well, there's nothing to yank. It's a self-contained power supply, and the atomic slug could have a half-life of decades, but maybe.
What? What are you thinking?
If we can't unplug the power supply, maybe we can overload it.
What? Like Chernobyl?
No, nothing that crude. I think I could prime the servos to disengage from the pattern buffer. That would be enough to overload the arc matrix and send the whole system into resonance cascade failure.
If that made sense to you, I'm all for it.
All right, let's see. Turn these up to 11, cross the streams. There! Ha! 1 off button.
Whew, not bad for a biologist.
Well, I did audit that one course in thermonuclear engineering.
We can just hit this button and things can get back to normal?
If you push that button, you will kill half the people in this house.
What?
Oh, now you come back.
Mom?
Peter, I'm sad to see that you're not you.
Why did it do that, Mom? It's supposed to just copy.
It can do 2 things. Why shouldn't it do 2 things? Now step away from the device, all of you.
Or what?
There's the method that you're proposing, which I'll call the half of us will die method. And then there's the one that I'm proposing, which might allow some of us to get some closure.
I vote for that one.
Okay, we're all just a little on edge due to the body swapping.
Well, you only have yourselves to blame for that. Fooling around with something you didn't understand.
Olivia did it.
I promise not to push any more buttons.
It's a shame you didn't adhere to that sentiment 20 minutes ago. I suggest that you and Kevin just go back upstairs and be with your daughter.
Which one?
Pick one. I just need a few minutes alone with Peter. And then I promise everything will go back to normal.
No. If you think I'm going anywhere in this body, you should have stayed in that institution.
say is for Peter alone to hear.
Well, in case you haven't noticed, Pete's ears are on me right now, so get talking.
You're wearing his stubbornness well. So be it. But understand, there are consequences to what I'm about to tell you.
If you know a way to stop this, a way that doesn't kill half of us, just spit it out.
Can it be reversed?
In a manner of speaking, yes.
What does that mean?
I thought that by disengaging the servos, does it really maintain a passive channel connection with its subjects?
She didn't build the thing, Kevin. How the hell should she know?
Yes, it is a passive channel. Why do you ask?
Well, it just seems to be a very, not a very efficient way of going about it.
Well, that's why it's in the basement instead of the Smithsonian. There's certainly room for improvement, but the underlying fundamentals are solid. You seem to almost understand and know what you're talking about.
Well, I've heard some chatter in the lunchroom, other departments trying to break ground on similar projects.
Well, that's interesting. We should swap contact info.
I'm confused.
You seem to know what you're talking about yourself, lady.
We're in the end game now, dear. Is there really a point to pretending any longer?
Wait, what's going on?
You used it too.
Mom,
I'm sorry to have deceived you like this for so long, Peter, but no, I'm not your mother.
This is your fault.
Whoa, Olivia, what are you doing?
Let go of me.
stop trying to hit ladies, Olivia.
Okay, 1, I am a lady. 2, that is not a lady.
The gender identity politics are confusing, I'll grant you.
So wait. Who is this really?
It's Pete's father.
Walter?
Hello, Peter.
No! Get out of her. Put Mom back on.
It's been me the entire time, Peter.
What? Since when?
Since the day I called you a little over a year ago.
That was you? Where's Mom? What did you do to Mom?
Trust me, what she didn't do willingly, she did to herself.
Whoa, what's that supposed to mean?
And all those things you've been telling me, trying to make me think that that you weren't a bad man?
That was the truth, Peter. That's all you're ever going to get from me.
Starting now.
I don't even care if you were good or bad. You left us. Why did you do that? Why didn't you fight to keep me like I tried to fight for Kat? I needed you.
Pete, you want to know, I want to tell you, this doesn't have to be difficult, but it is complicated.
Then tell me.
Yeah, starting with where the hell have you been all his life?
For much of it, I've been held in captivity by agents of the Soviet Union. My inventions caught the eye of our comrades across the pond. Or it might have been that I was stealing nuclear material from them. But either way, they tried to force me to give up secrets of my inventions to the detriment of the Allied powers.
Well, and did you?
None of the good ones.
How did you get out?
Well, evidently our government had captured enough of their spies and high-value assets over the years that I finally became worth exchanging for in return. It was rather unceremonious, actually. It was nice to learn that society didn't progress too much in my absence, though.
But why are you here? Why are you her?
Peter, your mother spent the majority of her lucid moments during our childhood conditioning you to the idea that I was a bad man.
You are a bad man.
Which is why I knew better than to attempt to reconnect with you directly. Then you'd need to be warmed up to the idea of reuniting with dear old Dad, so I swapped bodies with your mother and watched patiently while your life unraveled, then took you in when you had nowhere else to go. All the work of a bad father.
What happened to the real Marilyn?
Her opinion of me could not be changed. When I returned, I tracked her down, got her out of that hellish institution and back here to the old home. I explained the situation to her, and she agreed to swap bodies with me. And the first thing she did in my body was put a bullet in my brain.
Oh, my God.
Never trust a woman on clozapine. This body is all I have left now, but I would do it again. I would never have gotten this far in my own skin. I'm strangely grateful to her.
What's the big deal? Why go to all that trouble?
You wouldn't have trusted me without this body, and you wouldn't have believed anything I had to say unless you saw it for yourself what the device was capable of doing. I wanted Peter to know the truth before the end. It's not exactly guilt. It's not exactly shame. It's completion. Finishing the experiment once and for all.
What truth?
What end?
What experiment?
Peter, when the device loses power or is turned off, Pete will cease to exist.
What?
Why?
Because Pete is not Pete. Pete is a copy. He is rather repeat.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not a copy.
I'm sorry, Peter, but you are. I don't exactly have a way to prove that to you, but everyone else will see the truth of it when the time comes, if that's any consolation.
It's not.
What happened to the real Pete?
Well, there had better not have been a boat involved.
The mind is a fragile thing. It carries the sum of a person's experiences, and yet it can unravel in an instant and without provocation. My wife was unraveling. It took a decade before she was fully lost, but I recognized the seeds as they were planted. And Peter, bless him, he was a dull boy. Not the sort of child that was going to be winning any science fairs, unless it was as the subject.
You were ashamed of him? Your own son?
I was concerned. I knew that both he and my wife had untapped potential. I wanted for them to have some stability, to have a better sort of life than seemed naturally destined for. Because, like it or not, we were family.
So you experimented on them?
I took provisions. I knew the physical and chemical experimentations could prove to be quite traumatic, which is why I created the device. By experimenting on their duplicates, I would spare them that trauma. Only copies would suffer, never my family.
Well, what's the difference?
Well, these copies, repeat, copycat, they're mere projections. Elaborate and physical, yes, but projections nonetheless. If you believe in an immortal soul, then rest assured they don't have it. I may be good, but I'm not that good. They are shadows. They're set dressing, not actors. They don't stand on their own 2 feet. They're propped up by this device. They exist only for the benefit of the real people. Not that I ever got the chance.
Well, what happened?
After Repeat was created, I left him with the real Marilyn, not burdening her with the truth, of course, and we had grown somewhat estranged at the time. Before I could begin experiments in earnest, the real Pete and I were hiking in the woods when the Soviets descended upon us. They had little use for him, of course, except as leverage, and they leveraged a great deal of cooperation out of me. But it was never enough to satisfy them or to save him.
Pete is dead?
They allowed me to visit his grave on occasion. It still pains me to think of him buried under that red soil, but alas, here we are.
I don't buy it.
You don't believe me?
I don't believe that these copies are as worthless as you say they are. Pete and I had a life together, a copy or not. We created life together. What's the difference whether he's a copy or the original?
You've hit upon an interesting point, my dear, one which has given me pause over the last couple of years, and I'm sorry to say that I don't have an answer yet. The experiment was never meant to last this long. I hoped to aggressively find a remedy to the mental ailments then with the flick of a switch, the copies would be gone. No body, no proof of wrongdoing, no tangible cause for any ethical concerns. But in my absence, the device powered on relentlessly, and Repeat lived. And he brought about permanent change, helping create your children. Imagine that. A temporary thing making a permanent one. It's perplexing.
If he can make permanent changes, how is he not important?
How important could a creature be that can be snuffed out in an instant?
I could snuff you out in an instant right about now.
To live.
Don't let your emotions cloud your judgment. Clearly, he means something to you, damaged goods though you both may be, but objectively, what is he?
A person!
A person is so much more. He's a husk.
Pete, what do you feel right now?
Hungry,
What else?
pain,
What do you feel about the idea that you'll cease to exist if this device gives up the ghost?
sad.
There, see? He feels. Same as me. He's a human being.
But he does not matter. Nothing matters that does not leave a trace of itself when it's gone.
Our daughter left a pretty big trace when she left. If Pete dies, or even the copycat in the car, isn't my reaction to them dying a trace?
My dear, you're taking me far too figuratively when I say that he will not leave a trace, that he does not matter. I mean it. A dead body decomposes, provides nourishment to the detritivores, and propels the food chain onward. But he will not leave a body. He is matter from nothingness, and when he is gone, only nothingness will remain. He defies the laws of physics as we know them.
Whoa, that's kind of a big deal.
While I would love to share my findings with you right now, the power levels of the device are currently at 1%, and I'm afraid we've run out of time.
How much time do we have?
Could be a month. It could be a week. Could be seconds.
There's no way to narrow it down?
I didn't install a readout with the decimal places. It was a cost-saving measure.
Oh, come on.
I was at 99% about 25 years ago. It dropped to 1% almost 3 months ago. You do the math.
Kevin?
Yeah, it could run out at any moment.
All right, I don't want to seem selfish here, but am I going to be stuck in this body when that happens?
This interests me also.
No, when the device is deactivated, Olivia will be returned to her body.
Oh, thank God.
Yay for you.
Oh, I'm sorry, Pete.
And the copycat is going to cease to exist too, right?
All of the connections are linked. Now, pay attention. Copycat and Pete will cease to exist. Olivia will return to her body. And I have nowhere to go.
But he'll be dead, right?
I honestly thought that you might be appreciative of me, my dear.
Oh? And why is that?
If not for my device, none of your children would exist. You would have none of the things you have right now. Your life would be fundamentally different. And if I hadn't kept quiet about the device, if I had let slip one word about it. But during all of my years of captivity, through all of the beatings, you wouldn't even have been able to recognize my real face. You have no idea how your life would have changed, where you would be without me, without it.
I'd be in my own body, for starters.
Okay. Let's just try to stay focused. Could we recharge the device? Buy ourselves some more time?
Not even if you could get your hands on some nuclear material. It still amazes me how easy that was to come by in the 70s. No, the device was powered up by a one-time infusion, and the clock began to tick all that time ago, and it cannot be wound back up. There's no delaying the inevitable.
Are we just supposed to sit here and wait for that to happen?
That's what I'd like to discuss. You having swapped bodies with Peter complicates the matter somewhat. It may no longer be viable for us to run out the clock. If the device were to deactivate while you were driving...
Oh, that wouldn't be good.
Or while Copycat was in a public place.
Yeah, that would take some explaining.
Or if someone else should begin to suspect that something was amiss, it may not end well for your daughter.
What do you mean?
If someone from the government should happen to learn of a little girl and her nuclear-powered duplicate, for instance...
Well, they won't hear it from me.
Not everyone regards human life as something valuable as I do, once scientific progress intersects with national security.
How is a toddler a national security threat?
Not her. What she represents. A disposable soldier, an untraceable assassin, a living decoy. They would tear apart your little girl, piece by piece, to learn what made her tick.
Well, what makes you think they do that?
Because they're all the same. All they want is power. I spent enough time with the Soviets to see what lengths they were willing to go, what lengths it took to compete on a global stage. We're no better here.
But Kat is safe, right? They'd only be interested in the copy.
Suppose they couldn't be sure which one was which.
Oh, we know which one is which. Cat's in the bedroom and copycat's in the car.
What if you weren't given the real Cat initially?
What?
Excuse me?
We copied her and sent one of them home with you. A month later, the two of you got mixed up and you received the other. But do you really know which one you had in the first place, aside from what you were told?
Son of a bitch! Did you know about this?
No!
You do know which Cat is real, though, right?
I alone, yes.
Why did you do this?
I could not allow the control of my own experiment to get away from me.
You haven't changed at all. You're exactly the way Mom said you were.
Well, what then? What do you want us to do?
I suggest that we manually deactivate the device rather than leave everything to chance.
What, right now?
As soon as possible.
Oh, it's just so long. Nice to see you.
We may not get a better opportunity.
It would be a pretty clean break, Olivia.
You too? How can you go along with this, Kevin? How can you trust her? Him? We need to think about this.
Well, that's just it, Liv. He has thought about it, and he's right. The kids are all here. We're all here. Why not do it now? Put things back to normal before anything else goes wrong. Don't you want your own body back?
Of course I do. But not if it means wiping Pete from existence.
Look, I get that you care about him and all, but it's only a matter of time now.
Are you going to do it then? Are you going to push the button?
I'd really like to be you again, but I don't think it should be me that pulls the trigger.
So you then, Walter? You've got all the big ideas. You want to have all the control. Why don't you just push the button and end this yourself?
Well, I believe it is the right thing to do. I also think it should be Pete that does it.
You can't do it either. Pushing the button means you die too. You're a coward.
As the only real person with a permanent stake in this outcome, I reserve the right to hedge my bets against an afterlife that frowns upon suicide.
Pete, are you listening to this? Say something, buddy. You've been awfully quiet over there.
Markers.
What?
I told Kat we could color with the markers tomorrow. She wanted to do it tonight, but I said, no, it's too late. I said we could do it tomorrow. We have to do it tomorrow.
Okay, take it easy. Listen, the way things are right now, it would have to be me doing that with her. My body, anyway. Your body.
I don't want to go, Livy.
I know you don't.
I don't want to cease to exist. What does that even feel like? I'm scared. I need to say goodbye to Kat, to Copycat.
Maybe just one of them?
I'm going to miss everything. Her wedding day, and I'm hungry. I need more time. I just need more time. I know, I get it. I don't have forever, but not yet. Not now. It's too soon. I need more time. You promised I could be a part of her life. Just a little bit more time, Livy.
We'll get you more time. We're not turning off the device.
What?
Oh, please.
Shove it, Grandma. He may not matter when he's gone, according to you, but he matters while he's here. There are real people who are affected by him, and they deserve to be with him as long as they can, even if you think he doesn't.
Yourself included, I presume?
If you really went through all the things you say you did over there, went to all the trouble of swapping bodies, earning his trust, and then confessing everything to him before the end, I think you care too.
If I truly have devolved into such irrational thinking, I can only assume it's some side effect from inhabiting this body for as long as I have.
But it started before that. Why do any of this? Why the effort, the attention? Do you expect him to forgive you? To thank you?
Thanks to you, I no longer expect anything but to be disappointed.
Well, we'll see about that. All right. Here's what's going to happen. We're all just going to go on with our lives like there's been no consciousness swapping body duplication bullshit, okay?
Does that mean?
I'll be playing the role of Pete. Walter, you're with me. We're going to hunker down here and take care of Copycat.
You mean you're going to stay here and keep an eye on me?
What about us? What about the baby?
Kevin, I love you, but you're just going to have to put up with this for a little while. You're on hospital duty. You stay with the baby and make sure my parents don't ask too many questions.
Shouldn't she be with her mother?
Her mother's body, you mean? She's premature and jaundiced. All Pete can do is press my tits against the glass. And if she gets out of that box, then fine. Pete's just going to have to learn to breastfeed.
I know how to breastfeed.
The giving end, Pete.
Oh.
I'm having mixed feelings about that.
And Pete, you're with Kat.
The real one?
The real one. Assuming Walter will tell us which one that is. You have full custody until time runs out.
Livy.
And when the time comes, whenever it comes, I'll be back in my body with Kat and everyone else will just disappear, right?
Repeat, and Copycat will disappear. My consciousness will dissipate into the ether. There will still be the matter of Marilyn's lifeless body, unfortunately.
Fine by me. Any objections?
What are you doing, Liv? This thing could cut out at any moment. You're going to risk everything we have just for him?
We will still be alive at the end of this. He won't. Isn't a life worth a little inconvenience? Well, whatever happens, we'll deal with it together, won't we?
Well, you're asking a lot.
You knew when you married me that things weren't going to be easy.
Well, this isn't what I had in mind.
Walter's right. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the device. Pete, Kat, Belle, you and me, our baby, it's all because of this thing. But we get to keep everything we have. If you want to, and all I'm asking is that we give the person who gets left behind the chance to make his peace before the end.
Oh, all right. I know I'm going to regret this, but I'm with you. We'll deal with it together.
Walter?
You don't know the risk you're putting all of us in just for the sake of a heartfelt goodbye.
We're not trying to kill time here. We're living. That's the whole point, isn't it? To live?
Living in itself is just a means to an end. It is not inherently valuable.
But that's all we get. None of us knows when the end is. Well, we try to plan for it, but life can't be planned out. It just happens. Things change. We adapt. We make sacrifices for people we care about. And in the end, we don't always get to say goodbye. All I'm saying is give Pete a chance.
Livy?
Pete?
I can't do this, Livy.
Can't do what?
I can't go through with this.
Perhaps we should give them a moment. May I have a word with you privately?
What's wrong, Pete?
Why are you doing this, Livy?
Doing what? Saving your life?
Delaying the inevitable?
Okay, maybe I feel a little guilty about flicking the switch and getting the two of us deeper into this mess.
You aren't wrong, Ben. You aren't wrong now.
So you are sticking around?
No, I mean, you still aren't wrong to end this.
Well, I didn't know it would mean your life, Pete. That changes things.
This is a bad idea.
You're getting what you wanted, Pete. More time. More time to spend with Kat.
That's just gonna make it worse. I'm messing her up. You said so myself, or yourself.
What? No. Well, okay. That was a legal thing, not an existential thing. It's not the same. It's not worth your life.
This copy stuff, it's messing up our little girl, Livy. She's with you, she's with me. She doesn't know what's going on. And since we came down here, things have just gotten worse. I shouldn't have done this. I shouldn't have listened to him. I'd never do the right thing.
Pete, you always do your best.
I don't try my best. I just do what people tell me to do. And they tell me it's the right thing to do, but I make it the wrong thing. I ruin everything.
Settle down. Pete, look at me.
I can't look at you. I am you. And you're me. And all I see when I look at me now is someone strong. Someone who isn't screwing everything up. You go into my body and suddenly it's doing the right things. Why can't I be like that when I'm me?
Pete, you can't control who you are.
But he can. He was going to fix me.
He was going to fix the real you, Pete. You're just the copy.
I'm just the copy.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean.
I'm just the copy.
But it doesn't mean you're not worth something. Even if he did fix you, you wouldn't be you anymore. You'd just be someone else in your body.
He wanted someone else.
But I didn't. I wanted you, Pete. And the little girl upstairs could be thankful for that. Oh, so what if you're flawed? So what if you're a nuclear-powered duplicate? You made a life.
I made 2 lives.
Yes, you did.
And one of them is gone because of me.
Pete.
He's gone because of me.
Pete, you can still do more good than harm with the time you have left. Cat.
Good. What good can I do that would make up for that? Belle's dead.
Cat's alive. Pete, she's your daughter. Please, don't give up on her.
No, you're telling me to spend more time with her, but that's going to ruin her. Just like you told me to pick up Isabel, and I didn't want to have to walk back to her crib again. And oh God, that's it.
Pete.
A life. It's just like you said, a life for a little inconvenience.
Pete, look at me.
Isabel lost her life because I couldn't handle a little inconvenience. And now you. I don't deserve any of this.
Pete crosses to the device.
Pete, stop. What are you doing?
This device should have died before Isabel did. That was the moment. I'd be gone. She'd still be here. This needs to end before anything else goes wrong. I need to choose the right thing for once. For Belle.
Choosing for yourself doesn't mean you have to choose the opposite of what I said.
This time, it does.
Pete's hand hovers over the device.
Pete, you can't.
Sometimes being apart can turn out to be the thing that's best for people. Someone told me that earlier.
Pete, wait.
No one should have to suffer because of me.
I forgive you.
But she can't.
Pete.
Tell Kat I love her.
Tell her yourself. Just step away.
Goodbye.
Pete pushes the button.
Pete.
3 months later, the living room and kitchen of Olivia and Kevin's humble home. Olivia is carefully closing the door to an adjacent bedroom. Kevin enters through the front door of the home.
Olivia!
Shh, not so loud. I just got Rebecca to go down. Did you lock the door?
Is something burning?
What?
I smell smoke.
Oh, shit.
What is it?
Oh, I forgot about the oven.
You forgot?
You could wave something in front of the smoke alarm so it doesn't wake up the girls.
Jesus, what if she didn't transfer it? You could have burned the house down.
No, I'm sorry. I think I must have just retained some of Pete's old habits.
You didn't even set the timer?
I didn't want it to beep.
I'll open some windows.
No, don't.
What's the matter?
Just don't, okay? Just keep tanning.
It's not that cold out. What are you worried about?
I'm worried about him.
Him?
Walter.
Walter? He's dead, Liv.
No, he's not. He's out there.
This again. Look. He told us that Marilyn killed herself in his body, so his mind had nowhere to go back to. He's gone.
He's alive.
You still don't have any proof.
He didn't leave a body.
Yeah, Pete was a copy.
Marilyn didn't leave a body either. She was a copy too.
That still doesn't mean that Walter's alive.
It means he lied. If he lied about that, what else did he lie about? We don't know where he was all those years. What happened to the real Marilyn? To the real Pete? Was any of it true?
So what do you think happened exactly?
I don't know. I just know he's out there.
Olivia, it's been 3 months. What is it going to take for you to move on?
He spent a year in Marilyn's body just so he could finish his experiment. He doesn't strike you as the patient type?
If Walter is alive, what makes you think that he would want to have anything to do with us? Like you said, the experiment is finished.
Because we know about the device, Kevin, about him. He said there would be consequences. Did he seem like the kind of guy that's going to leave loose ends hanging around? We know everything.
We know everything he told us. And if everything he told us was a lie, then we know nothing.
Don't.
Don't what?
Don't make sense.
Well, when you're ready to start making sense again, then I will be here.
I can't talk to anyone else about this. I'm trapped here with the girls all the time, and these ideas are just bouncing around in my head. I need to get them out. If I'm wrong about this, then I need to get them out of my head.
I'm sorry. We really haven't talked about everything that happened. I guess I've been trying to keep busy. Look, why don't I take next week off and we can talk, try to figure things out, get those ideas out of your head. Would you like that?
Yeah, thanks.
I love you, Liv.
I
Oh, shit.
mood.
Sorry.
Who was it?
No, it's a blocked number, probably a telemarketer.
The worst.
The baby cries out.
Ah, damn it.
Sorry. I'll turn it off. If you want me to, I will go.
No, it's fine. I've got her. Oh, well, here I go again.
Oh, good luck.
Keep an ear out for Cat, okay?
Yes, it will do. Okay. It's gone to voicemail.
Hello, Kevin. I never really got to congratulate you before on the new arrival, so congratulations. Now that she's home, I trust that all's well with you and your family. I'm calling because, as you may know, I slipped a little something into your belongings before, well, you know. Perhaps you've already examined it. As a fellow man of science, I'm sure you will appreciate it, what it contains. And I'm sure that you can think of others who would appreciate it just as much. It's like I said before, nothing matters that does not leave a trace. Well, I leave my trace with you. See that it reaches the right people. Until then, it's our little secret. I know where to find you. I'll be in touch.